one right after the other.
No,
like,
every time I walk by here,
out.
you guys are you're like a puppy mill for new products here. But it's quality. It's quality content.
I don't think we've ever been described as a puppy mill for new products.
I think you have to be here though, because you have so many people. You know, like I saw your appointment ledger and yours. You know.
Yeah, I have to pull this out like every 5 seconds. So I sit there and I go, okay. Someone asks, "What do you got going?" And I'm like trying to find it, and I'm still on the hard copy. I'm analog.
I appreciate that though, because when I stand in the booth, being like our digital marketing guy, people just hug me and they're like, "Hey, you have to do an interview over at this side of the booth or that side of the booth." So I don't even think I could do a schedule. If I did, I would just like rip it up immediately.
You're like done.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, Chris is leaving.
Yeah,
Thank you, Chris, for announcing that.
Yeah, products.
We knew that. I knew we were live because people want to know what happens behind the scenes of SHOT Show, and it's a lot of scheduling. It's a lot of everything.
It's hard work, but it pays off. It pays off.
It does. So. This is Gun Talk Live, brought to you by Palmetto State Armory, and we've got Jahred with SDS Imports. We had you on yesterday and explained the whole thing, like SDS Imports and all that stuff. Yep. So let's do it again, just in case someone brand new jumps on here and they don't know who you guys are. Let's talk through it.
SDS Imports, we're an importer and an engineering company that kind of works with our overseas manufacturing partners. And instead of just importing things, we like to input, kind of features and just a level of quality that the American consumer expects. So instead of just bringing in random guns, we like, hey, this gun is cool, but we have to change this to really make it to fit what American shooters want. So, and we've grown to 5 brands now that are under our umbrella. So, Military Armament Corporation, we brought that one back.
So MAC?
Yep. English Manufacturing with their line of high powers.
And that's a new one.
That is a new one for 2024, going over really well. Spandau Arms with our hunting shotguns. We actually have one of the first guns to be dipped in the new Realtree APX pattern that they debuted here, which is really nice. And then, of course, Tisas USA, our line of double stack 1911s and other pistols. So
and then Tokarev.
Yep. New shotguns there. We've got a new semi-auto shotgun under $200 retail.
What?
And you can accessorize it to that. Like super cool.
Well, because it accepts like all the aftermarkets and everything else. So if you're looking, like that would be great for those young shooters who they're going to grow out of guns and they want to grow into it. You can accessorize it after the fact.
Change the barrel, change butt stocks, things like that. So it's pretty neat.
All right. So, let's get into this. How do you want to start? Because I know this is something that people are going to look at and they're going, I noticed some of those parts, but they're not SDS.
Yeah, no. So Military Armament Corporation, we stood them up last year, and one of the things was to bring in like our MAC 1014, which is that dual self-regulating piston shotgun that is synonymous. Everyone knows exactly what this is based on. But for 2024, we have collaborated with Agency Arms, and they are now taking our base 1014 shotgun, putting it through everything they would do to a Benelli M4. So changing out some of the internals. You can see we have a really nice machine bolt, oversized bolt release. The bolt handle's there. The loading gate is machined, so loading that with gloved fingers on. So if you got whatever your gloves,
and it's wide. It's wide, so that loading port is real wide. And nitride finish on the internals. Talk us through that and the process that goes through.
So, that's kind of more of an agency thing, for them. But, anytime you take a product and, if you go from like Parkerizing or even Cerakote, when you go into things like nitride or QPQ, which is a polish quench, part of it, and they even go extra and polish it again. So they have lightning cuts in there, so it's going to reduce lock time. The action is going to run faster. And M4s and 1014s are just known already. If you get on the trigger of these guns, they're going to run super fast.
They run fast.
They're also porting the barrel up here, so we've got nice porting, so recoil and all that is going to be really managed. The great thing about it is if you were to send off like an original Benelli to them, you're looking at well over $2,000 to $2,500 by starting with our 1014 as a base gun and working it over just like they would the higher end versions. These are going to come in at an MSRP of about $1,100.
Jeez.
So
you're going to pay quite a bit more
and still get that high level of customization for a much better price point. So we're super stoked that one agency looked at our guns and said, these are everything we need them to be to put our spin on them and make something phenomenal. So we're stoked on that.
Well, anytime you got a company with the reputation that agency does and they start looking at your firearms as potential prospects for alterations and like you said, their spin on it. That means you're doing something right.
And They shoot amazing. We were at the agency shoot last night, and we had the guns on the line. People loved them. So we're excited with that collaboration. Maybe it'll lead to some other projects.
Yeah.
They're working with both the Mac shotguns right now. So maybe they'll do some stuff with our new Mac 5 and maybe some of our other pistols from Tisas as well.
I was gonna ask you if they were gonna do any pistol stuff.
It's interesting. I was in their booth this morning, and I'm seeing. I would love to see one of our double stacks worked over by them with like a multi-cam black finish. I think that would just.
Oh my gosh, that'd be sick.
Yeah, I'd be all over.
Beautiful.
It. But no, we're super excited about it. So we're just seeing where this goes for the rest of the year.
What's the finish on the rest of it?
I still think they're using black Cerakote.
Black Cerakote.
They have if you spec out a build from them, they're going to have all sorts of options and finishes. So, but the 1014 and our Mac 2 are 2 guns that they're going to be working with to start here.
Yeah, so it looks like a overpronounced open trigger guard here.
Yep.
So grip angle. So God, I can't touch this gun. You two, get your crap together. This is a trade show. No firing pins in these guns.
Yeah.
Why can't I touch them?
So
I'm sorry. That I went off book there.
Yeah.
I'm a little mad because I want to show the grip angle. Maybe Benjamin can get in on this.
Yeah, we're in the show and we can do all sorts of things, and there's just weird rules too, even here SHOT Show and for YouTube. So,
I know, but yeah. So the grip angle, if you guys will notice, it kind of lodges your hand up in there. To get a good purchase, so you can pull that gun to control that recoil in.
Yeah. When, on typical hunting shotguns, if you blade your wrist forward versus having it, and that you have a much stronger grip there. So yeah, it's been optimized by them. They've taken it and made it exactly what I think people would want out of, like, I'll say, a fighting or combat shotgun. Just one that just looks really cool because they look.
Well, yeah.
They look
awesome.
Look
at it. This looks awesome. And you got your sling mounts here.
Yep. QD sockets.
Right up there.
Still the original one up there, but with M-Lock you can accessorize this any way you want. Lights, lasers.
Well, and they're fixed. They're fixed QD mounts too.
Yep.
QD studs or whatever. So yeah. Recoil pad.
Yeah, it's on there. So
got a little generous offering, but these guns don't kick anyway.
I mean, I think all shotguns kick, but the gas system in the 1014 is definitely eats it up there. Yeah. It's going to allow you to run mixed bags of loads. So if you're going to run something a little bit lighter, even like heavy buckshot loads for if you really hate pumpkins or something like that.
Pumpkins,
like destroy them.
How about bad guys?
Bad guys too, but
just saying.
Somewhere in my legal department just perked up.
No, that was me.
Yeah.
That wasn't Jahred.
No.
That was me.
But no, I mean, whether you're having fun at the range or, you are going to depend on this, on duty, it's going to be built for that. And like I said, I think we gave Agency a great product to work on, and Agency does phenomenal things, and I think they knocked this one out of the park.
Oh, absolutely. I love the pick rail. I love the M-Lock over the handguard. This is a gun that, if you see it in the store, you're probably going to just go ahead and go, yep, we're going to buy it.
Oh, yeah, especially
if you're in the market for a defensive shotgun.
And some guys just maybe don't want to go through the effort of customizing it themselves, or they don't have the means to. So
that's a good point.
Agency to have a build service like this, and I'm sure they're going to offer different configurations as time rolls on, and they add more parts to the inventory and things like that. So, no, this one, super excited about. People have been coming to the booth, and they're like, that's an Agency gun in your booth?
I know.
And we're like, yeah.
Yeah, why wouldn't it be? Because we make good stuff.
Yeah, SDS Mac.
Just how we do it. All right, let's move on to handguns.
Okay.
And this is a gun that we had in Louisiana and we shot.
Yes. So the PX-9 carry was kind of teased last year at SHOT Show. We really kind of went back into the warehouse and the design department looked at it because we just wanted to make it even better and make sure that when it did hit the market. And these actually started shipping last week. So
no kid.
Kind of came in. Base models are going to start in the mid-350s.
Okay.
So it's everything that people really liked about the PX-9 Gen 3. Uses 228 mags, so you can either use 228 or 226 mags in this, just like its big brother. Glock pattern sights, RMR optic cut from the factory, and a cool thing about the PX-9 is it co-witnesses with standard height sights.
Yeah.
So if you don't plan on running super tall suppressor sights, you don't have to worry about using most like Holliston RMRs or even Trijicon RMR patterns. We haven't had an issue. So you get a nice lower 1/3 co-witness, interchangeable side panels and back straps. So if you have smaller hands or bigger hands, even though it's a more of a compact gun, you're going to be able to kind of make that grip fit your hand even better.
Well, that's what I was feeling it before we got up here, because I can't do it on the show and show you guys. And my meaty paws, like they handle great. They feel really good. When you put that gun in your hand, it's one of those guns that just feels right. And it's nice that you can tailor it whatever size hand you got.
Yeah, no, ergonomics I think are a big part of it.
Yeah.
There's other guns out there that just have fixed grips, and I think that as technology's moved on and molding
Yeah.
processes have gone on, this just makes more sense.
It does.
And it just gives that customization, whether or not you're, a woman looking for a handgun for self-defense, then
Yeah.
you want something a little bit smaller, or you're a bigger guy that wants like a more concealable firearm.
Yeah.
Extended mag, if you need that little pinky rest, some people got to have that.
See,
So
I didn't feel like I needed it on this one.
this one, I don't think I do either. So I've been happy with it. I know Craig Summers, one of our guys, who's a big. I mean, he works with a company called Templar Defense to do like concealed carry classes and things like that. And he's like just been drooling, waiting for these to become available.
That's awesome.
He's been shopping holster makers all week, just like
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about holster fit.
So these right now. XD holsters and XDM holsters, we kind of have that same trigger guard on there. We're working with companies like Crossbreed, Kitac. They've got some holsters out there, but leather holsters for P320s and XDMs are going to fit the PX-9 carry line pretty good.
And what was that retail again? Under $350?
$350 if you get the irons only version.
Okay.
Once you get the optics cut, I want to say it's like $359. So sub $400.
Just go ahead and get
nice
Just go ahead and get
case,
the
2
optics
magazines, all sorts of goodies in there, and aftermarket. Like I said, really the only thing you need to change on a good well-built pistol is the sights. Since we're using Glock pattern out there, all sorts of options are available.
That's awesome. All right, where do they got to go to learn more?
So for everything, we always tell people SDSimports.com. That's where you're going to find links to all of the brands that we have brought out to the market this year. You can also check out TisasUSA.com, Military Armament Corporation, and then the list goes on. Spandau Arms and, of course, Tokarev Arms, and the new Inglis Manufacturing.
And where's this going to be available? Because that's what people are going to want to know.
So right now, our sales team is pitching these out there to all of our dealer network across the country. They're going to be available from agency as well, I'm pretty sure. So I don't think they're on the website yet, but we just launched them here at SHOT Show. So give us a couple days. Give us a couple days, guys.
Yeah, they'll be cranking them out in no time.
Yeah.
All right, Jahred, thanks for showing up. All right, guys, we've got, I believe, Palmetto State Armory coming up next. So hang on, and we'll be right back.
They'll probably be available at Palmetto.
See, there you go.
Thanks for watching Gun Talk Live. For more great gun content, subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages. You can always watch the Gun Talk channels on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon. And of course, you can always find us at guntalk.com. Thanks for watching.